Is there anything you've been intrigued with lately or anything you can't stop thinking about?
Yes, barefoot running and spending time barefoot in general. It's something I've been dabbling with and just recently gotten really into. So my normal run, I usually run 7, 8 miles in the morning, and I live in Los Angeles now, and I go in Griffith Park and run this loop. And I've been dabbling with normal. I used to just I used to just wear running shoes, and then I started wearing Vibrams, the toe shoes that maybe they look kind of freaky, uh, and got into those. And then more recently, I've been just running straight barefoot. So I've gone on a few runs now where I'm just barefoot for 7 miles. And when I go to the gym and I do deadlifts, I wear my I don't go barefoot at the gym. It's a little too grody there. I wear my Vibrams at the gym. But that basically getting obsessed around barefoot, your feet have 20,000 nerve endings in them. They're like your hands. And there's a lot of proprioception that takes place when your feet interact with the ground that makes your feet stronger. And it also importantly sends signals up the rest of your kinetic chain. So the way that your foot hits the ground sends a signal to your calves and your quads and your glutes and makes them all fire correctly. So one way to think about shoes is it's like trying to type at your keyboard with boxing gloves on. Like you're just not getting the fidelity and resolution of signal that you ought to be getting. And now look, if I'm going to run the Boston Marathon and I want to set a PR, I'm absolutely wearing shoes. Yes, shoes work. They're springs on your feet. They make you work. They make you run quicker for sure. However, when it comes to deadlifting, when it comes to running, your form will be significantly increased and improved if you have that ground feel. I think so, at least. And I think there's some good science to back it up. You're not going to run fast, but you're going to run better, such that when you do put your shoes on, you're going to be like lightning. So we can do a whole hour about barefoot and running mechanics and all that. And I suffice it to say, I run a lot, big marathon runner, and barefoot running has become an increasingly big part of my
Yeah.
training.